Welcome to this class. Today we are going to continue the chapter Scientific Study of class 10, and it is taken in unit number 1, and the subject is Science and Technology. And we are going to focus on fundamental unit and derived unit in this chapter, and this is second part of this chapter. In first part, I told you about the independent, dependent and controlled variable in detail. Now in second part, we have to understand what is fundamental unit, what is derived unit, and examples also. This is part 2. Let's start. But actually, the unit is related to measurement. That's why it will be better to have a little idea about the measurement first. What is measurement? Measurement means comparison of an unknown quantity with a known and previously fixed standard quantity is called measurement. The definition seems to be a little difficult, but this is very easy matter. Look at this again. I want to tell you again. Comparison of an unknown quantity with a known and previously fixed standard quantity. What it mean? It means if you want to buy certain amount of vegetable from the market, then a physical balance having two pan can be used over there, and in one of the pan we use standard quantity, I mean to say standard mass. It is made up of iron. We used to say in Nepali dhak. Yeah, it is made up of iron. This is a standard quantity. Yeah, 1 kilogram, 200 gram or 500 gram, whatever it is, standard quantity. Standard and previously fixed quantity of mass is used in one of the pan, and then the vegetable is taken in another pan, and when the beam become balanced, then the person will say that this is 1 kilogram, this vegetable is 1 kilogram. Now instead of 1 kilogram standard quantity, if someone uses this piece of stone, then you don't believe on this, because maybe the mass of that stone 1 kg or may not be 1 kg. That's why we don't believe on this. So actually what we are doing while measuring vegetable, a standard fixed quantity is compared with unknown amount of vegetable, and when the beam become balanced, then we say that these two are equal, mass is measured. That's why we can say that comparison of an unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity is called measurement. The same is done in a room also. If you have to measure the length of a room, then you can use inch tape or you can use a meter stick, and this meter stick or inch tape has got a certain value over there. There is marking, and 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 1 feet, 2 feet. In this way, this standard and previously fixed length is used to measure the unknown length of the room. So the comparison of an unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity is called measurement. Okay, measurement understood, isn't it? Now I want to revise the physical quantity also. What we measure exactly? Length of the room. What we measure in another case, just for example, temperature of human body can be measured by using thermometer. The temperature can be measured, velocity can be measured. There are different matter which can be measured, and they are called physical quantity. It was taught in previous class also. Quantities which can be measured directly or indirectly are called physical quantity. They are distance, velocity, force, solubility, reactivity, work, power, acceleration, etc. There are hundreds of physical quantities. But after the measurement of physical quantity, just for example, if length of the room is measured, then we can say that the length of the room is 12 feet. Now measured quantity is expressed in terms of number and a unit, isn't it? If someone says that length of this room is 12, then this is exactly makes us confused. It's not exact measurement. What 12? 12 may be meter also, or maybe inch also, or maybe feet also, or some other unit also. That's why only the number cannot express the measurement. Number along with a unit expresses the measured physical quantity. That's why now we have to go through unit. What is unit exactly? Now let's talk about the unit. Now unit. What is unit exactly? We can say this way: units are the standard and recognized quantities that are used to measure unknown quantities. Recognized and standard quantity previously fixed, which are used to measure unknown quantities, is called unit. Just for example, meter, kilogram. 1 kilogram is fixed throughout the world. If you go to America and you say that I want to buy 1 kilogram of this, then the 1 kilogram in America is same. And what we measure 1 kilogram in Nepal, the same is in America and same is in Japan. Everywhere 1 kilogram remains the same 1 kilogram. I mean to say, this units for meter is the unit. Meter is one unit of length, and kilogram is the unit of mass. Second is the unit of time. These are the units, and previously it is fixed. There are many units, few of them are given here. Now I want to tell you about the different system of measurement in which different units are used. Now let's talk about different system of measurement. This is CGS system. There's another one, MKS system. Another one, FPS system. Another one, SI system. These are different system of measurement which are used in different places in this world, and they are famous. There are other units also which are not so famous. These are the famous systems of measurement: CGS system, MKS system, FPS system, SI system. Now, what is CGS system? This is a system of measurement in which length is measured in centimeter, mass is measured in gram, and time is measured in second. C, G, S represents the same. In the same way, what is MK system of measurement? It means this is the system of measurement, we can define like this. This is a system of measurement in which length is measured in meter, and mass is measured in kilogram, and time is measured in second. In the same way, what is FPS system? F represents feet, and this P represents pound, and S represents second. That's why FPS system means what? This is a system of measurement in which length is measured in feet, and mass is measured in pound, and time is measured in second. Now before SI system, I want to tell you something. We will talk about SI system in detail in the following slides. I will show you other slides also, and detail will talk about the SI system. But before that, I want to tell you one system of measurement which was previously conducted in Nepal also. In the time of my father and grandfather, there were different systems. In mass were measured in seer. I want to just mention this. This mass was measured in seer. 1 सेर, 2 सेर, 4 सेर, 5 सेर. This way, mass was measured in seer, and it was divided into 4 different parts. I mean to say, 1 seer was divided into pau, 4 pau, and each pau is was divided into chatak, 4 chatak, CHHATAK, chatak. This way, in previous days, in ancient time, in the time of my father and grandfather in Nepal and India, this was the measurement used to measure the mass of the body. And now if we compare this seer with kilogram, 1 seer is 60 to 70 gram, a little 60 or 70 gram less than 1 kilogram. It was used in previous days. In the same way, till now, we are using tola, masa, lal in the measurement of gold. Tola, masa, and lal. Till now it is used in the measurement of gold. The mass of the gold is measured in tola, masa and lal. 1 tola has got 10 masa, 10 masa. In Nepali we used to say 1 tola is equivalent with 10 masa and 1 masa is equal to 10 lal. In this way, if we convert 1 tola into lal, it becomes 100 lal. The gold is measured in another way also. Tola. Why I am saying all this? Because till now it exists and we have to understand this nicely. This is our daily life experience. Tola, ana and lal. This way also mass of gold is measured. And 1 tola has got 16 ana and 1 ana has got 6 lal. It means 16 6 are 96 lal. Look at this, very confusing. 1 tola is equivalent with 100 lal according to this measurement, and 1 tola is equal to 96 lal according to this type of measurement. This is confusing, isn't it? That's why this system is being removed. 1 tola is about 11.66 gram. But nowadays, instead of tola, we are using gram also, and it will be better to use gram instead of tola, because we have confusion like this. In one way, 1 tola gives 100 lal. In another way, 1 tola gives 96 lal. This confusing type of measurement is nowadays removed, and 10 gram usually this in news you are told about the price of gold 1 tola and 10 gram. It is better to use this gram. Now I want to tell you about the area of the field also, which is stored in our daily life. I want to make you clear about that also. Let's talk about the area of field. In Tarai region, the area of field is measured in bigha and in kattha and in dhur. Bigha, kattha, dhur. Bigha, kattha and dhur. Do you know that 1 bigha is divided into 20 kattha and each kattha is divided into 20 dhur? And we cannot understand this very clearly. I think you have no any idea about this bigha kattha dhur. Some of you may have a little idea, but most of the people, they don't know exactly 1 bigha field occupies how much area. That cannot be understood so clearly by the people. I want to say something other than this. One dhur has got 182.25 square feet. And I think this makes you a little clear, because 1 square feet means what? The area covered by 1 feet length and 1 feet breadth. This surface area is 1 square feet. It means 182.25 square feet makes 1 dhur. Now I think you'll understand this a little more clearly. Now in hilly region, in mountain region, bigha is not used. It's a very used area. That's why instead of bigha, ropani is used. R-O-P-A-N-I, ropani. And ropani is divided into ana. 1 ropani is divided into 16 ana. And each ana is divided into 4 paisa. Each ana is divided into 4 paisa, and each paisa is divided into 4 dam. This type of measurement is done in the mountain region, where the area of field is less. And this can also be not understood so clearly. Looking at this, you cannot understand so clearly, but it will be better to have a little more idea about this. This 1 ana is equal to 342.25 square feet. Now you will be clear about this, because 1 square feet you can understand one very easily, 1 feet length, 1 feet breadth. The area occupied by 1 feet length and 1 feet breadth is 1 square feet, and 342.25 square feet makes 1 ana. And if we have 3 ana field, then a house can be made on 3 ana field. Till now we are using this. This is our system of measurement, which some of them are not used, some of them are used in our daily life. That's why I told about this. I told you about this because this is not in CGS system, not in MK system, not in FES, and not in SI system also, but we have to go through this type of measurement in the measurement of gold also, in the measurement of field also. That's why I mentioned this. Okay, now let's talk about the SI system. What is SI system? We can define SI system this way. It is an internationally recognized system of measurement established in 1960 by the International Convention of Scientists held in France to bring uniformity in the measurement all over the world. You have to be very clear that in the scientific study, a scientist may be of Japan, or he may be of India, he may be of America. Different places, there are different scientists, they are working on the same matter, same physics, same chemistry, same biology, and they are using units. While using unit, if they use different unit in different country, then they cannot express this measurement to each other very nicely. That's why in the scientific study, the same unit is used, and that is called, that system of measurement is called SI system. This is internationally recognized in 1960 by International Convention of Scientists held in France, and it brought uniformity in the scientific measurement. It brings uniformity in the measurement all over the world. Now, according to SI system, there are 7. This system of measurement contains 7 fundamental units. There are 7 fundamental units, and it is actually, means SI system is actually an enlarged and modified version of MKS system. MKS system has got only 3 fundamental units, the unit of length, unit of mass, and unit of time, but this SI system has got 7 fundamental units. That's why it is enlarged version of MKS system. After SI system, let's talk about SI unit. What is it? A similar system is system and unit. They are related to each other. This system declares the unit. Okay, what is SI unit? We can say this way: internationally recognized units of measurement established in 1960 by the International Convention of Scientists held in France are called SI units. The system is SI system, and the units of SI system is called SI units. Now, we can say there are 7 fundamental units in SI system of units. Okay, now it's time to talk about the fundamental unit and derived unit, but before that, there is another term, fundamental physical quantity and derived physical quantity. First, I want to tell you about physical quantity, fundamental and derived, and then we'll go through fundamental units and derived units. Let's talk about fundamental physical quantities. The independent physical quantities, which does not depend on other quantities, are called fundamental physical quantities. Very easy, isn't it? Just we can understand this way: kilogram cannot be made by second. Kilogram, I mean to say unit of mass is different than unit of time. Unit of mass has no any relation with the unit of time. That's why unit of time cannot be made by using unit of mass. In the same way, there is another also unit of length cannot be made by using unit of mass. They are completely different. We cannot convert unit of length into unit of mass, and unit of mass cannot be converted into unit of time. This way, fundamental physical quantities are independent physical quantities which cannot be prepared or which cannot be made by some other physical quantity. They are independent. They do not depend on other physical quantities, just like mass doesn't depend on length, length doesn't depend on time, isn't it? Now, what is the example? For example, mass, length, time, etc. are fundamental physical quantities. Now, derived physical quantities. What it is? Physical quantities which depends on the other physical quantities are called derived physical quantities. Just for example, we can take example also. Just for example, velocity, area, work, etc. are derived physical quantity. How can we say that velocity is a derived physical quantity? Because velocity, this physical quantity, is made by using the length and time. Do you know that unit of velocity is meter per second, and meter is the unit of length, and second is the unit of time. By using the unit of length and time, velocity forms, velocity is made. That's why velocity depends on the unit, velocity depends on the length and time. So this is derived physical quantity. Area depends on length and breadth. Work depends on some other, work equal to force into distance. It depends on force and distance. That's why these are the quantities which depends on other, which are derived from other quantity. They are derived physical quantities. Okay, now after this derived physical quantity, fundamental physical quantity, I told you about that, and derived physical quantity also I told you about that. Now, not physical quantity, fundamental unit and derived unit. Let's talk about that. Now, what is fundamental unit? We can define this way: units which are independent of any other unit, but other units can be derived from them, are known as fundamental units. Understood? With this, they are on independent unit, which doesn't depend on other, but other depends on them. What it mean? Example, just for example, unit of length, unit of mass, unit of time, that is meter, kilometer, second, hour, gram, etc. are fundamental unit. These are fundamental unit. They do not depend on other, but other can be made by using these fundamental units. Fundamental units are the prime units, basic units, which forms all other derived unit. They do not depend on other. Unit of length never makes unit of mass. Now next, derived unit. Units which are made by using fundamental units or which can be expressed in terms of fundamental units are known as derived units. For example, the units of velocity, acceleration, force, etc. are derived units. Previously I told you about this. Velocity, unit of velocity is meter per second, SI unit, meter per second, and actually it is made by using unit of length and unit of time. Acceleration, meter per second square, it is made by using the unit of length and time twice. And force, its unit is Newton, Newton is kg meter per second square. I think you know about this because it was taught in class 8 also, 9 also. Force is measured in Newton and expanded form of Newton is kg meter per second square. Kilogram is the unit of mass, meter is the unit of length, kg meter per second square. Second is the unit of time, which is used twice. This way, unit of force, Newton, its expanded form is kg meter per second square, is made by using the unit of length, mass and time. That's why this is derived unit. It's clear, isn't it? Okay. Now let's talk in detail about the fundamental unit. There are hundreds of derived units. That's why we cannot talk in detail about the derived unit. A little we'll talk about the derived unit in next class, but there are only 7 fundamental units, not 8 or 9, not 6 or 5. 7 fundamental units according to SI system. Now I want to show all of them. Look at this is a table. First, number of serial number, physical quantity, name of the unit and its symbol. Now, physical quantity length is measured in meter and a symbol is taken as a small m. I am talking about SI system, but length can be measured in feet also. We are not talking about the FPS system. We are not talking about the CGS system. We are talking just about the SI system. Length is measured in meter, symbol is small m. And second, mass. Mass is measured in kilogram and a symbol is kg. K is a small, g is also small. Don't be confused, we cannot write capital K. Okay, third, time. Time is measured in second and a symbol is small s. And fourth, temperature. Temperature is measured in Kelvin and it is denoted by capital K. Now for the first time capital letter came. Why? Do you know that if a unit is taken in the name of the scientist, then the initial letter should be capital. If someone says Kelvin as a unit of temperature, then Kelvin word starts with a small letter k. But if someone says the name of a scientist Kelvin, then the name should be written as capital letter. For initial letter should be capital, K should be capital. But I am not talking about the name of the scientist, we are talking about the name of the unit here. The name of the unit is Kelvin, Kelvin, and this K should be small letter. If the same is the name of the scientist, then K should be capital letter. Okay, but its symbol is taken as capital K. Okay, now don't be confused, degree Celsius is not the unit of temperature in SI system. The unit of temperature in SI system is Kelvin. Now intensity of light. Intensity of light is measured in candela and a symbol is CD. Both the letter is in small letter, and electric current. Electric current is measured in the name of the scientist ampere, but I am writing small a because this is the unit, not the name of the scientist. I am talking about the unit, but since it is taken in the name of the scientist, that's why A should be capital. Capital A represents the unit of electric current. Now seventh, amount of substance. Amount of substance is measured in mole and a symbol is MOL. Here all the letters are small letter. Here A is capital, K is capital because these are the symbol. Actually these are the unit taken in the name of the scientist, that's why it is capital. Otherwise we have to go through this small letter. These are 7 fundamental units which we are using in the study of the science. These 7 fundamental units are enough to express any other unit. All the other derived units are derived from these 7 fundamental units. We have to remember this. Okay. Now, I told you so many things. Why don't we go through some questionnaire? Let's talk about the question. I mean to say whether the subject matter is understood or not. A little examination should be done here also. I mean to say some question. You are able to solve this question or not. Which one of the following option represents fundamental unit of quantity of matter, temperature, length and electric current respectively? Look at this word respectively is told. Yeah, there are different options. Number 1, mole, degree Fahrenheit, light year, and A means what? Ampere. And mole, degree Celsius, candela and ampere. Then we have 4 different options. Now we have to pick up one of the option which represents the fundamental unit of quantity of matter first. First quantity of matter and then temperature and length and electric current. quantity of matter is measured in what? Do you remember? Just before this slide I told you, quantity of matter is measured in mole. Number 1 contains mole, second also, third also, all three are correct, but fourth one is expressed in kilogram. I mean to say the first quantity of matter is not measured in kilogram. That's why this is wrong. I mean to say this option is cancelled. We can cancel this option. Now among these three, which one is correct? Second point, temperature. Temperature is measured in degree Fahrenheit. Yes, this is also fundamental unit, but according to another system, degree Celsius is also fundamental unit, Kelvin is also. Both all these three seems to be correct. Yeah, but we have to go through third option, length. Now in first case, length, light year is taken. Yeah, light year, do you think that this is the unit of length? Yes, the distance between the stars and galaxies is measured in light year. That's why this is the unit of length. Candela, do you think this is the unit of length? No, this is the unit of luminous intensity. That's why number 2 is now cancelled. We have now number 3 to evaluate. Now we are talking about the length. Yes, centimeter is the unit of length. Now only first and third are existing. Now let's talk about fourth, electric current. Electric current, its unit is ampere, here it is, and in third one V is written, this represents volt. This is not the unit of current, this is the unit of potential difference. That's why mole, degree Fahrenheit, light year and ampere, this is the correct option, which represents what? Fundamental unit of quantity of matter, temperature, length and electric current respectively. So we have to tick this. Yes? Okay, let's go through another question also. This is a little different type of question. I made a statement. Look at the statement. Gram, pound, candela and feet are the unit of CGS, FPS, SI and MKS system respectively. You have to evaluate whether this statement is correct or not. Just think about this. I want to say another point also. In this statement, one argument is added. All the units of MKS system lies in the SI system. Is it? Yes or no? Just evaluate this with the help of previous discussion. Now argument 2, fundamental units can be broken down into derived units. Is this correct? Now after all this, I mean to say, after the evaluation of this statement, argument 1 and argument 2, you have to select one of the options among these 4. Yes? Let's start with first option. Only statement is correct. Is it? Look at the statement. Gram, pound, candela and feet. Gram, they are the unit of CGS, FPS, SI and MKS system respectively. In CGS system, unit gram, pound, candela and feet are the unit of CGS. Yes, this G represents gram. That's why gram is according to CGS system, pound is in FPS system, this is also correct. Candela is in SI system, this is also correct. But feet is not in MKS system, it comes under what? FPS system. In FPS system we measure length in feet, isn't it? That's why statement is not correct, this is incorrect. So only statement is correct is told in option number 1. This is wrong, this is the first one is dropped. Now let's talk about second. Statement and argument 1 are correct. We don't have to see this because statement is wrong. That's why should we go through argument number 1? Second option is also incorrect. Now third, only argument 1 is correct. Is it? Let's see argument 1. All the units of MKS system lies in SI system. In MKS system, length is measured in meter, mass in kilogram and time in second. All these are present in SI system. Yes, this is correct argument. But only argument 1 is correct told in this third option. We have another argument also. till now not checked. That's why we cannot say this third option is correct. The third option is suspended. May be correct, may not be correct. We have to go through argument 2 also, because in fourth option argument 1 and 2 are correct is told. That's why argument 2, it says fundamental units can be broken down into derived unit. This is just opposite. Derived units can be broken down into fundamental units. Just for example, meter per second is derived unit, which can be broken down into unit of length meter and unit of time second. This is just the opposite. Fundamental unit cannot be broken down, cannot be split up into derived unit. Derived unit can be split up into the fundamental unit. That's why this argument is incorrect. So we have to come back to third option, which says only argument 1 is correct. This is the correct answer. Is it? Yes? Now I think you are clear about this also. What we learned today, I want to just show you the points only. Look at the summary of this class. First, I told you about measurement. What is it? Comparison of an unknown quantity with known fixed quantity. Second, physical quantity. What is physical quantity? I told you which can be measured directly or indirectly. And third, unit. I told you about unit. What is unit? You must be able to define unit. And different system of measurement, CGS, FPS, SI system, FPS system. I told about them also. And beside this, the system which we were using in ancient days, that also I told you. Yeah, about the area of the field, rho per knee, isn't it? And this bigha, etc. And then I told you about SI system. What is it? In 1960, it was established in France by the International Convention of Scientists. And the unit declared in that convention is SI unit. We defined this. And fundamental physical quantity, what it mean, and derived physical quantity, what it mean, we know now, isn't it? And fundamental unit and derived unit. These are the points which I highlighted in this class. I explained about all these a little. I think this class may be helpful to you to understand this subject matter. Okay, we'll meet in some another class. Today I want to stop. Thank you.